I'm just going to give you a quick word of introduction. I'm going to be very brief because Matt has got much more exciting things to say than I have. But I just want to say welcome to the college, to our partners and friends from outside, Connecting Multicultural Network, local police.
Paolo from the police on my microphone.
The event, as you know, is around Black History Month. Black History Month is a worldwide event, happens every year, and we normally participate with Amas and Paolo and friends. To get on with and listening to me, I'm going to stop and I'm going to hand over to Amas.
Thank you. Main man.
I'm Jameson. I'm here to help get your practical statements.
Yeah, Jason is a student, and he happens for me to be the most important member of the panel because you are it. It is you. This is all about you. You are the future. This is not just a cliche. You truthfully are the future. And in the future, it's so important. It's got to have a reference and a relevance to the present. Therefore, you are the more important person now. Because you can't have a futuristic inability if you're not a future. We're talking about the Black History Month. All up, put your hands together. My name is Gbubemi Amas Almanori Shewa. I come from Nigeria, and I don't push that point because I go to lots of places and I just blend in. Okay, this is not quite blending in, but so I blend in. I remember when I used to come here in the 80s, and the black people wouldn't go to the pubs. I went to every pub, man. And I didn't have any problem. Yeah, I had my Guinness. Oh yeah, with a big G. I sang with the Irish band. I just be myself. Because sometimes, not to make a very important issue irrelevant, but discrimination sometimes is when you discriminate against yourself. If you have an inferiority complex, then it just keeps playing into your life. But the question is, how come? Why do you have an inferiority complex? What caused it? Why? What is the reason? That's the issue. It is not the inferiority, it's the reason why you are inferior. A long time ago, there was something called colonization. And some people say, sometimes I write it myself and say, this happened so many years ago. Get out of it. Come on. Gotta move on. Gotta move on. Stop mourning. Stop mourning. But the trick is this. Generations come in, let's say, 80 years for me. Average life span is about 70 years. So if you had 3 people live 70 years, that comes to what? So if you find that some of you wouldn't realize it, you walk like your father. Some of you smile like your mother. So if you did, and your son or daughter did, that's 70 plus 70 years. That's 140 years of smiling the same way. So it's easy. Hello. You smile like your mother. You said, why not? You walk like your father. Why not? Then your daughter or your son starts to walk like you. So when the colonization thing happened, Africans were taught new systems. Oh, Barack Obama, go away. Hey, Presido! Stop it, you rat. Where was I? So you get colonized, you get taught a new system. It's like you've been told to take a new course now, or like you said here, study. You get colonized, you've got to learn new ways in a very forceful way. So the white man came and said, do this way, this is the new religion, this is the new this is the new that. And this carries on from generation to generation. But the problem is, not to question the intellect of the Africans. It is hard, man. It is hard not to, let's say, not to eat something spicy. It is hard, man. When I eat fish and chips, I have to get some spicy stuff in it. I get some peppers in it. It takes a long time to learn a new way. It takes a long, long time. That's why, therefore, Africa is still in a very difficult position. I mean, I'm a Nigerian and we've got huge, huge sociological problems. So we complain that the white man was bullying us. Now we bully each other. Did we learn it from somebody? Did we learn that from somebody? I remember in America, in the Americas, after the slave masters left, some African Americans were now dressed like the masters. Be careful what you pick up. Be very careful. I was in Wrexham about 3 days ago. I hadn't sleep, so I don't even know where I am when. And I was telling them the irony about how Africans were forced and shackled and tied and gripped and dragged on the floor and forced to do things in the hold of the ship. They were screaming and crying like Kunta Kinte and being wet. They were wet. They're so beaten and no food in the holds of the ship. The ship that was made from the copper from Swansea down the road, sometimes from white slaves, from Cross Hands where I live. I live in a place called Cross Hands. It means cross hands. Some Welsh were taken from around here, probably your great-great-grandfather or mother, and taken to Swansea and shipped to Liverpool and other parts. 5 days ago, some Africans were coming from somewhere in the hulls of a ship. How many dead so far? Did you hear of the news? You didn't hear of the news. So a long time ago, they were gripped and shackled and tied and forced to come here. Now, they're on their own. They're on their own without a white man or white woman telling them what to do. They get on those ships in probably roughly the same manner to get here. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? Because the systems in Africa are so broken. They're so broken. Everybody wants to leave. There's hunger in the midst of riches. Nigeria is probably 20 times richer than Wales. Some people have nothing to eat, and some have everything. I mean everything. But the pastors owning jet planes, and the guys are clapping in the church. Jesus, stop out for Jesus, stop out for Jesus. And Jesus says, can I have a word? I only wore a sabot. Your guy is wearing an airplane. From slavery, it's the bright ball. From slavery to Barack Obama. Sorry. Yeah, I mentioned your name. Sorry, I just kept you on hold for a while. It might be rude, yes. Yes, your father was Kenyan. Yeah, I heard about what happened in Kenya. Yeah, but it wasn't white people who did it this time. Yeah. It's our people to our people. Of course I've heard about the Boko Haram. They're in Nigeria. Yes, you watched the link I sent you? How they beheaded a Muslim woman? And these were Muslims? Yeah. You watched the link. What's the way out? I don't know. You're the president. Okay, boss. Thank you. He says hello. Can you all say hello back to Barack Obama? 1, 2, 3. Hello. Okay, thank you. I want to do Bob Marley's song, Redemption Songs, which sort of captures this whole scenario. He's an idol. He wrote very sensible songs. He was able to say these things without bitterness. Some say his father was Irish, Welsh, or Scottish. Well, you don't know. Bob Marley's got white blood, yeah. Yeah. And so do I. Oh yeah, my grandfather is Scottish. Yeah. That's the irony about colors. People insist on colors, but the colors really don't exist. People don't see colors, they see behaviorism. They see you. You didn't think I had white blood? Just my grandfather. He was white. Yes, there are so tied to the merchant ships, minute after day to eye, bottomless pit. Oh, my hands were made strong by the hands of the Almighty. Generation triumphantly, won't you help to sing the song of freedom? That's all I ever heard. Redemption song, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Sons can free a woman. Have no fear, why tell me energy. None of them can stop the time. How long shall it do? Our prophets, while we stop the sign I love. Some say we just about obey. We gotta fulfill the book. Wouldn't you help to sing the sound of freedom? That's all I ever heard. Redemption song, redemption song. Yeah, hey, oh, 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 hey, hey. Yeah. From slavery to Barack Obama. The theme of this year's Black History Month is Rhythm of the Diaspora. Jakumba.